Do you want to save time sourcing products to resell on Amazon? Then let me share with you 9 Amazon arbitrage sourcing hacks that you should know as a seller. Stay tuned. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now in the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller, check this out, and in the USA, I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller, check this out. Now hopefully in the near future, I'm going to expand into another marketplace, and if you're interested in learning what I'm learning and obviously talking about on my journey, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me, what are we going to go through today? Well, first things first, I'm going to give you a bit of introduction to the video. Number 2, I'm going to talk about Amazon product criteria to take note of. And then finally, number 3, we're going to go through those 9 Amazon arbitrage sourcing hacks live on screen and show you them. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, let's give you a little bit of an introduction to the video. One of the most challenging parts of online arbitrage is finding products to sell on Amazon. Now, as a beginner on Amazon, learning about different sourcing hacks can help you save time and also help you find deals more efficiently. That is why in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the sourcing hacks we do in our own Amazon business that are going to help you find deals efficiently. Okay, quick question for you guys before I jump into my sourcing hacks. I want to know, is there anything that you do that maybe I can learn from? Let me know in the comments down below. Right, this leads me nicely onto my second chapter, and this is Amazon product criteria to take note of. Now, if you are looking for products to, say, resell on the Amazon marketplace with the goal of, say, buying low from retailers online to resell high on the Amazon marketplace, you also want to think about product criteria when sourcing online. First things first, the thing you really want to think about is eligibility to sell. Basically, this is know if Amazon will let you sell this product or not. There's no point buying a product if Amazon won't let you sell it. You can't resell it. So make sure you can check that eligibility to sell. Number 2, the second top check I recommend for is called the hazmat check. As you might all know, we use the Amazon fulfillment or FBA, fulfillment by Amazon methodology, and this is where Amazon does all the shipping and prepping. And with that being said, checking if an item is hazardous is super important because I want to make sure that Amazon will actually accept my product into their warehouses and do that shipping and packaging. Now, if it's hazmat, they will not accept this, and as a result, I'm going to have to do it myself, which doesn't work if I'm not in the country. Now, the third thing to look for is if Amazon is on the listing. Most of the time, I'm going to really try to avoid competing or being on listings with Amazon because it's quite hard to compete against them in terms of getting the buy box. Remember, it's their marketplace, and I can't guarantee that I'm going to get a fair chance of winning that buy box, and that's where 90% of the sales come from. So if Amazon's on the listing, 9 times out of 10, they probably might not share, and I'm probably just going to skip that product and move on to the next one. Now, the fourth thing to check is for the best seller rank. Knowing the seller rank helps me understand if there is demand for the product and also what that demand is over time and whether this product is actually selling. Now, what I will say is that in our business, we usually go for sales ranks that are no more than 100,000 in the UK and generally about 200,000 in the USA. Now, if it exceeds this sales rank, then we'll probably skip it and go to the next product. Now, my 5th criteria I'm looking for is seasonal products. Now, you might be asking, why are we considering seasonality when it comes to sourcing? Well, basically, we do not want to be selling seasonal items at the wrong time, since we're probably going to be losing money or holding on to stock that it really isn't going to be selling. Now, the final thing we're going to be checking is the size and weight of the product, and we want to make sure it's not too large. Not only because big products in Amazon cause higher FBA fees, they might have higher storage fees, but also as well, getting those products to Amazon is going to cost us more, and we're going to have to put less of them in a box, and as a result, that's going to eat into our profits. So smaller items help out. Now, this leads me nicely onto my 3rd chapter, and that is those 9 arbitrage sourcing hacks. Now, in this chapter, I'm going to be talking about the different sourcing hacks. So I'm going to categorize them into 3 areas. Area 1 is going to be tools. Area 2 is going to be sourcing methods. And area 3 is going to be automation and outsourcing. Let's get started with sourcing tools. Now, for hack 1, we use a tool called DS Amazon Quick View. Now, basically, DS Amazon Quick View gives you an overview of each of the product's data. It's a tool that can provide you information like sales rank, and it tells you if Amazon is on listing, which is really helpful because you can see this information instantly when you're on the kind of search page for Amazon. So you don't need to go into each listing, you can actually see it on the search page. Now, like I said earlier, sourcing is a time-consuming process, and that is why having a tool to speed up your sourcing helps, because you do not need to open each item manually to check if Amazon is on the listing or not. It can also show you things like sales rank, which is going to help you out, and also the number of sellers. And this is going to help you see this all on the overview page, i.e. search results page, rather than going into each listing. hence saving you time. Second sourcing hack is installing Keeper and having the graph overlay set up. Now, before I demonstrate what this is and how to do it, I'll give you a brief background on what Keeper is. Basically, Keeper is a Chrome extension which provides a graph that shows historical data of a buy box, or should I say, of a product. Now, these will be things like the buy box history, the price history, seasonality of the products, and you can see all this data by using their graphs. Let me jump onto the computer now and show it to you and what I'm exactly meaning. Okay, so here I am into search results. Now, quite simply right now, I've just typed in Lego Advent Calendar. And if you kind of scroll down, you can see I can see lots of different products. Now, one thing I will mention, just earlier I talked about DS Amazon Quick View, and that's this Chrome extension here, which shows you about Amazon and FBA sellers. Now, what I can do is just hover over the product, and you'll probably notice in the bottom right-hand corner, it has that little pop-up graph. Now, that is Keeper showing up. Now, for me, the settings I have is I have it 1 year, because I'm really looking at the trend over time, and it can show me things like the buy box price, sales rank, and if Amazon's on the listing, and if so, how often. And I can see that just by looking at the graph. Is super helpful. Now, if you're interested in turning that on for you on this overview page, so whenever you hover over any product, that little graph will pop up in the bottom right-hand corner. Let me show you how to do that now. Here we are into an individual product page. It really doesn't matter. What you want to do is just come down to Keeper, click on Settings, and then what you're going to do is have a quick look down. It says Add on here, and it says Show Price Graphs as Overlays when hovering over Amazon products. Yes, click that, and then click on Setup. And for me, I have Amazon, New, Sales Rank, buy box, and then I do 365. I'm looking for a whole year. So you can change that to yourself, but for me, I'm looking for a year to see seasonality, which we'll talk about later. Now, if you want to learn more about Keeper, what I'll do is I'll drop a link up above to a video called Keeper Basics. Check out that. That's really going to help you. And trust me, it's one of my most viewed videos. Now, the third hack for you is using a tool called Seller Amp, aka SAS. Seller Amp allows you to check things like IP, hazmat, and also if it contains dangerous goods. It also helps you understand to see whether you're eligible to see a product or to sell a product, and that all very quickly. Now, what I will say is that this tool has a lot to offer, so I will jump on my screen and I'll show you that as well. Okay, so here we are into SAS right now, and if I kind of show you this straight away, this is the add-on on the left-hand side, and you can move it around down these buttons here, and I could be here forever talking to you about all the things. But very simply, the one bit I like about it is the overview. It's got eligibility, alerts, and BSR, sales per month, and you can kind of put in like how much you can buy it for example, and it's going to work out the profit and ROI, and it's got lots and lots of other things on there. So it kind of talks about that. This is a really good tool, and the one thing that I'm going to show you here, and if we kind of go through, if I jump onto another product here, this is like a quick charger. This product here contains information around dangerous goods. And how do I know that? Because you can see here it shows DG, and this is showing me right now that this product is a dangerous goods. So what does this mean? It means I need to be part of the Amazon dangerous goods programs. If I'm not part of it, then I'm not going to be able to sell this product or ship it into Amazon FBA. I can definitely sell it. You can see the eligibility to sell, yes, but the dangerous good is flagging up saying I have to be part of that program in order to sell it. So just be mindful that tools like this can help you not only understand if you're eligible to sell, but also as well, if you can actually ship into Amazon. That's super important. Okay, so let me now proceed on to the next category of sourcing hacks, which is about sourcing methodologies. Now, hack number 4 is called checking other stores, aka storefront stalking. Storefront stalking is a way of finding deals by looking at what other sellers are selling, i.e. going to their storefront, and then you're going to stalk their storefront to find out what they're selling and then go and find the suppliers for the products they're selling. Now, if you want to learn more about this sourcing method, I'll drop a video up above called Storefront Stalking Step-by-Step Tutorial. Check that out. It's a really good walkthrough and it helps you understand how to do it, so check it out. Now, the fifth sourcing hack I'm going to talk to you is about using deal websites. Now, basically, deal websites is like a deal platform which provides a list of low price or deals shared by other Amazon sellers or even just other people who like, cheap deals or thrifty shoppers, should we say. They like to share those great deals on these websites. Now, what I will say is using deal websites like Hot UK Deals, Latest Deals for the UK, and in the US we have like Slick Deals and BrickSeek. They can help you discover more deals through, should we say, understanding what other sellers or other thrifty shoppers are looking at. The one thing I will add to this though is, although expect when you are buying these products that they're likely to have a lot of competition, since a lot of other Amazon sellers are going to be checking these deals websites very regularly. Now, if you want to know more about, should we say, deal websites, what I will do is I'll drop a video around here called 3 profitable deal websites at Amazon Arbitrage UK. Check that out. I think you'll love that. Now, my sixth sourcing hack for you is to look for products with no sales rank information and use review count instead. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, quite simply, I'm going to show you a product whereby the product has no sales rank data. And the reason why this happens is because sometimes Amazon doesn't record sales rank data, but what we're going to do instead is look at the review count and work out an estimate of sales. And if that is a product that we think that actually it's selling, then we can go find the supplier, and the net result is that we can now find a product that most other sellers are going to skip because they can't see the sales rank data. So I'll jump on the screen now and show you this. Okay, so right here, we just logged on right now, looking at this Oppo VOOC cable USA to USB-C 1 meter. Now this product, is not selling for much, so it might not be the exact product you want to do, but I can show a very good example of what we're looking for. So if we were to scroll down and just have a quick look at the keeper chart, the one thing you're probably going to note is it doesn't have any sales rank. There is no green line, no sales rank. 99% of Amazon sellers are going to be looking for that sales rank, and they're using that to help them understand how it's selling. If you look at SaaS here, it says estimated sales unknown. So even SaaS doesn't, or Seller Amp isn't able to understand what's going on. But if we scroll down, I can actually tell this product is selling, and I'll show you why. We come down to customer reviews. Now I'm going to go right here and I'm going to make sure I'm on most recent reviews. Now, right now we're on the 3rd of August, and if you're kind of thinking here, I've got here someone's done a review on the 26th of July, next one's done a review on the 10th of July, next one's done a review on the 6th of July, and they've got 18th of June, we've got the 8th of June, and we've got the 1st of June. So I can probably say in the last 2 months, we've got 6 reviews. Now, why does this matter? Well, because quite simply, I'm an Amazon seller, and obviously I look at my reviews coming in as well. Generally speaking, as a rough rule of thumb, I might get 1 review per 100 products I've sold. Now, actually it's getting worse and worse. So right now I might have to sell 200 products to get 1 review. But the question for us is, how can we use that information to understand how well this product is selling? Well, if you just take the estimation of 1 review equals 100 sales, you can see this product's got 6 reviews in 2 months. That means 600 sales in 2 months. That means 300 sales per month. Now, while we don't have the sales rank data or even the estimated sales, what we can do is use the review count to work out that estimation. So when you find a product next time, maybe there's no sales rank, do scroll down, look at the reviews, maybe use the 1 to 100 method and have an estimation of that. And that's going to give you a good idea of whether a product is actually selling. And hey, you might be onto a deal there that everyone else is going to pass. Now, this leads me nicely onto my 7th sourcing hack, and that is checking the keeper offers count. Now, you might be asking, how does this help you? Well, basically, by checking the keeper offers count, you can see how competitive a listing is, and you can see what's going on over time, and obviously the effect of that on the buy box. Now, to help you understand this, what I'll do is I'll jump onto Keeper and kind of show you an example. Now, the one thing I'll talk about before I jump on the Keeper chart, if you think about Amazon, it's a marketplace. It buys the rules, or should they follows the rules of basic economics, supply and demand. When demand is greater than supply, prices go up, but when supply is greater than demand, prices generally go down. So what are we looking at? Well, we're looking for situations whereby less sellers, i.e. new offer count, is going down, and we'll probably notice that shortly thereafter the price will go up. Why? Because the amount of supply is decreasing. So what happens? Price normally goes up, and you can profit in these situations. So let's jump on the computer now and I'll give you an example. So let's come back right now to this Lego product. So I'm just going to scroll down to an advent calendar, and there's a really good example here. So I've also got straight away into the all time. And the one thing which I'll show you is, if you kind of have a quick look around here, there's something very interesting going on about supply and demand. So let's kind of just zoom into the keeper chart over this period. So what I've done now is just zoomed in, and I'll take a screenshot of this to help you understand and draw on it. Okay, so I've just taken a screenshot of that area so I can draw on it. So first things first, I'm going to kind of look at this area here. So you can see the new offer count is pretty stable. We're looking at about 75, maybe 80 different sellers on that. What's going on with the price? Well, the buy box price, the pink one, is pretty stable as well. Call it £25. Now, what we also notice is that from this point here to about this point here, this new seller count is going down. But what do we notice as well from the actual same period here? Well, this buy box price is going up. So what can we see is we can see that when the new offer count starts decreasing and there's a lot of demand, and notice this demand here, this green line, this means that the actual price is going to go up. So what can we see from this? Well, if you are seeing a product which has been historically a steady price with lots of sellers, and all of a sudden the number of sellers starts decreasing, you might be able to buy now and actually wait until that price goes up, because you can see that supply is decreasing, but the demand is still there. And as a result, that price is going to go up. And it might be slightly profitable today, but tomorrow it's going to be super profitable, and that's going to help you out. Now, one thing I'll say is I'm talking about, sourcing hacks, getting started on Amazon. All these things are like fundamental parts of like really upping your game. Now, one thing I would also add to that is just building this baseline knowledge of all the top tips and tricks and everything you need to know to get out selling on Amazon can be key. And I'm sure there's a couple of things I'm sharing in this video right now. You're like, wow, I didn't know that. Well, I hope there are. Now, if there are, it might mean there's some gaps in your knowledge. And the one thing which I'd really recommend is just making sure you plug those gaps in the right way. That is why I created what's known as the FastTrackFBA Express course. It's a free course we created that allows you to get started selling on Amazon within just 7 days. It breaks down all of my best content, some public content on YouTube, and also private from my private collection that we do in our courses. And quite simply, it tells you what you need to know to make sure all your gaps in your knowledge are fully covered within just a 7-day period. Now, if you are just getting started now, or you've just got started and want to make sure you're covering those gaps, do check out the FastTrackFBA Express course. I'll drop a link down below. Again, it's free and it's going to help you really leveling up your Amazon game and filling in those gaps. Check it out today, FastTrackFBA Express course. Right, we've just gone through, sourcing hacks in relation to the tools and sourcing methodology to share with you some sourcing hacks, which is about automating and outsourcing your business. For sourcing hack number 8, we have deal lists or leads lists. Basically, this is a subscription-based resource that provides you with multiple profitable arbitrage deals you can decide for yourself if you want to buy in order to resell on Amazon. Now, what I will say is that, I really recommend deals lists for anyone who's just getting started or at the beginning of their Amazon journey. Why? As an Amazon seller just getting started, you're going to be overwhelmed by the amount of products you've got to buy, all the worries and everything else you've got ahead. Now, by having deals lists or leads lists, you're going to have an idea of which items can be profitable to sell. And quite simply, this is going to save you a lot of time. Number one, finding deals, but also two, finding out what types of deals you might be quite interested in. Do check out FastTrackFBA leads. I'll drop a link down below. We have leads on there that you can pick and choose that's going to help you grow your Amazon business. Now, the 9th and the final sourcing hack for you is outsourcing your business. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, basically, I'm not saying the whole business, but I mean for sellers who have built their business to a certain area, who can afford to outsource various tasks from the business, you might want to think about getting a virtual assistant, a VA, to help you scale your Amazon business. Now, an Amazon virtual assistant or VA, they're going to work remotely, on an area of your business and provide help for you. And this is so you can take off some of the burden off your shoulders, some of the work that you're doing is going to help you free up time for bigger things which help you make more money and scale your business. And you can start working on your business rather than in your business and free up time for yourself. Now, one of the things VAs do within my business at a very fundamental level is sourcing, finding deals for me so that I don't have to do it, and then we simply buy them and resell them on Amazon for a profit. Now, if you are in doubt as to, when you should think about hiring a VA, what I will do is I'll drop a video up above called "When is the right time to hire a VA in your Amazon business?" Check that out, and I think you'll like it. And what I will also say is if you are interested in having a conversation with one of my team, learning about whether a sourcing VA can help you out, you can book in a free 30-minute call, and I'll drop a link down below. Now, what I will say is after learning about the 9 sourcing hacks, you might want to consider watching a playlist I created before called Sourcing 101. This is going to really level up your sourcing techniques and methodologies, even more things that I haven't talked about now. Now, I'll put a video around here, check that out. Now, hopefully you liked this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.